Sticking on the way up here, how big a game this is for Widnes in the context of, let's say, your stay at Widnes, Dennis. It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this period of games, is every single one is, and that's what the league's created. It's created that jeopardy where you get to a point like this where both us and Leigh, this game puts us probably in a place where we can secure our time in Super League next year on this game. Then obviously them losing to OKR, but then picking the win up at Catalans has put them in a situation where this is right vital for them. Us losing against Warrington's done the same. So whoever wins this game probably gets a foothold in that second or third spot.
The performance against Catalan was pretty solid, wasn't it? Not easy to win away there. I know they haven't been playing that great lately, but it was a very good win.
They're a solid team, and like I say, every night the ups and downs this year. And they're a side that, if you look at what we went through initially, probably need a licensing system. They need 2-3 years to give them the stability and to grow as an organisation into something that could probably enhance the league a lot more. But that's not the way we do things at the moment in rugby league. In the context of where we are, this is a really important game. That's all we can put that down, and we've trained that way, we've thought that way, our processes leading into it, through the Warrington game, the Halifax, the Featherstone game have been leading to that point where our performance needs to be at a certain level for these kind of games, which are like do or die.
Players probably realise straight after the Featherstone game, I imagine they were thinking, Leigh, that'll be a big game. You've been trying to sort of keep them, hold them back emotionally a little bit in the last week or so.
We had a bit of a break. We took the lads took 3 days off after we played Featherstone. We had a 14-day break. We trained the end of the week. We trained this week. So it's I'm not going to get them any fitter. It's about maintaining levels. It's about just understanding the performance that we need to put together. And the devil's in the detail a little bit, just so there's a clarity of purpose for every single individual that plays. At the moment, I'm feeling quite fortunate because I've got players that come back into the side. I'm not losing anybody for injury. The probability is that I'll pick virtually the same 17 again, probably same 19 players, switch around maybe someone on my bench. But for 4 weeks on the trot this year, it's been unheard of. So that's a good place for me to be, and everybody seems to be pretty well connected in the team because of that.
You've had 2 good wins against Leigh already this year, but they've got some dangerous people who can hurt you in that team, haven't they, with their attacking plan?
As I said, it doesn't make a lot of difference what we've done so far. A couple of wins, and I know they'll probably use it to their advantage, feeling a little bit aggrieved I was getting a win at their place last time with such a young side and being depleted and having people off the field. They'll feel that they want to right that wrong. I also felt that when they came here, Dukesy was pretty upset with their performance. Felt they were going to come here and give more than they did. So they'll be using those 2 performances to try and enhance the fireworks from the start. But we understand that as a group. We know that's how they're feeling. We know the bravado that goes on around the edges of it. We've got to start good. We start good. We start with lots of energy ourselves, lots of steel in our team, and then it's about being the best team on the day. They've done real good stuff with their recruitment. I think Semi-Sonny Lang is a good acquisition. Morton has been really good for them. To be able to pick those players up is an advantage that they were able to do. They were able to pay a couple of players off to create that space, which is always nice if you can do that. And like I say, I think those 2 are 2 pretty good acquisitions to the squad.
You've obviously got a few players in your squad who are not going to be here next year. They're not playing for their immediate rugby league future in that sense, are they? Although many of the others will be. Is everyone? Are they as bought into the whole process as the lads?
They're part of this group. Yeah, they're part of the group. It's not about what's happening next year. It's about now. It's about contributing to what they've been part of for the last 2 or 3 years. It's really easy just to think that just because nobody's got a contract or somebody's moving on or retiring, that could be it. And we saw last time, for example, the way Chris Bridge has been over this last couple of weeks. He wants to go on a high. He wants to be playing well. He wants to show people the kind of player that everybody believes he is. I think he's been doing that. He had a little bit of steel to us as well. He's come out and had a bit of arrogance and said, I say, just believe in the fact that we all are good players. Don't worry too much about them. Let's be the best players we can be, and that's been really good.
The type of games you get in the qualifiers, especially when you get a crunch game like this, they tend to be nervy affairs, don't they? And is part of what you're trying to do on Sunday is play a normal game in a sense and kind of put the situation.
Yeah, the psychology of it is pretty simple. Like I say, everybody's read the books now, everybody talks about it. It's not something that's new in the world sport. You're not going to be able to get away from the nerviness. You're not going to be able to get away from how edgy everybody's going to be and what's at stake. But the good players will understand it. They'll understand the way that the processes they need to go through to get the performance that they need. The way we've trained will obviously enhance that. And then it's about being the player you can be. So we have spoke about that. Everybody knows the situation. I'm not trying to hide behind anything. I'm not just turning around and says, don't worry, it's not a problem. Because it's not true. And they know it's not true. It's like trying to hide things that go on in the world, real world, from them. Everybody reads Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I was going to say newspapers then, but nobody reads them anymore. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows what somebody else is saying. No point trying to hide from the fact that these games are about a bit of unity within the group, an understanding of what's expected of each individual within that group, and then applying it to the best of your ability when you're asked to.
I think you mentioned after the Featherstone game that Jeremiah and Dean could be fit for this game. Could they be fit? Are they in the mix for playing?
Yep. Ours is probably a week away. Like I say, at a push. Again, if it had been the middle of the year, he'd have played. It was that was the situation we were in. That tick box from the physio. Yeah, he can play. Is he ready to play? Probably not, but he could play. Another week and he'll be in a better position to be able to handle the pressure of playing a high intensity game. So he'll probably miss this week because I don't need to use him. Chris Dean, again, he's in the mix. He's ready to play. He's ready to go now. He's training really well. Looks in good shape. Whether I pick him or not, because like I say I've got some options. But it's just nice to have those two players that are in full training and ready to act.
You picked young Danny Walker for the Featherstone game. Were you pleased with what he did, and is he in line for this week?
Yeah, I was really pleased with his contribution. Every time Danny plays, he's a good player. He understands his job. He knows he's going to get people looking at him and thinking, that's an easy target. But he's not an easy target. The confidence I've got in him is the fact that it's not what he can do with the ball. His passing's getting better, his decision making's getting better to the level and standard that's required to play at an open age. And he can defend. He'll get in the way and he locks on ball. He might not be bending people back, but he's strong and he can defend. I'm excited for his future. And I know he's enjoying the fact that he's got a foot in the door and he's playing well and he's enjoying it. So he's in the squad.